Hello!
Who this guy?
Hello everybody. We're here filming a video. This is a book review. So today we're going to be talking about a well-known fantasy book called Mistborn, or the first installment, Mistborn: The Last Empire. So fantasy books, fantasy stuff I just really love. I am into fantasy things, but for a long time I've been playing fantasy games, watching fantasy movies, TV shows, whatever it might be. But there's just been something that hasn't sparked in my mind, you know. There's been many things coming out, many different things, like the hero saving the day, or spawned in another world as a fridge or something. Just random stuff, and it's just hasn't been entertaining to me. But I was looking for something new, something different in the fantasy genre, and then I heard of this book. This book was different. It was out of the ordinary, so I decided to read it, and I have to say that this book has changed my perspective on fantasy, and it's made me love it again, making me a bit unordinary. Zest Fest. Okay, all jokes aside, let's get back to the topic. This novel is very influential to fantasy novels of the modern era, and I will just be explaining my personal opinion on my experience reading this book, and we'll be answering, of course, the most important things in school. Why, what, when, where, why? I mean, who and how this all happened. What is this book altogether? So we'll be explaining those things. So let's get right into that right now. We find ourselves straight away in the Last Empire. The last empire of the world, basically. The ruler is the Lord Ruler. He is basically the Dark Lord of this world. He has taken over. He has been ruling for a millennium, 1,000 years, and no one can overthrow him because he can't actually die. He has no weaknesses, and basically here in this world, he was meant to save the world from an unknown thing called the darkness,
or the deepness would be another name for it.
This darkness was meant to destroy the world, but he saved it apparently, and he's been ruling for 1,000 years since then, ready to destroy everyone that comes in his path. The Dark Lord is basically a tyrant, a monocrat. He rules everything from where the eye can see, to the north, to the west, to the east, to the south. No one can stop him. He is all powerful. Through his rule, the world has become barren. There is no crops, or very hard to make crops. The volcanoes in this world has exploded, and ash has gone all over the crop fields, and ash is constantly falling down upon this world. Lord Ruler does not care, of course. He has his castle. He has the rule over everything. He just leaves it to his servants. He tells them to sort it out, the nobles to sort it out. He has his own things to do, to just chill in his castle and have a good day, basically. The place has become an endless filth, and he's just ruling in his castle, a giant spiky castle in the middle of a place called Lutherdale, which would be known as the capital city, or the central of the empire. So this is where the story will be taking place, in Lutherdale. Many people live there, and swarming in these walls are nobles, aristocrats, obligators, inquisitors, and known as the Skaa. Obligators and inquisitors are known as the servants, or the inflictors of punishment. And following that is the nobles. The nobles are aristocrats, and they have been gifted with a power from the Lord Ruler. Because their families 1,000 years ago have sided with the Lord Ruler, their children have been able to have these powers. And these powers is called Allomancy. And this Allomancy allows them to control metals. If they take in metals, they have gained powers. So first we got the obligators and the inquisitors, then we got the nobles, and they are all tasked to inflict full pain upon the Ska'a. And the Ska'a are the main people of this story. That's who we're going to be following as we read this book. The Ska'a are known as lower than all human. They're basically inhuman to the people of this world. Ever since the millennium of the Lord Ruler's reign, of him coming to power, this has been fact. Ska'a are sold as slaves to the wealthy and the aristocrats of this world, and are commonly hated and oppressed by them. Sent to work in the ash fields, or the once known farmlands of this world, which has been corrupted with politicians and with lots of ash in this world that they can't really farm. So these Ska'a basically have no say in this world. They are just like animals. There has come a group. This group has seen a revolutionary plan, and they have come here to change that. So these Ska'a are different than normal. And in their lead is a charismatic character, Kelser, and he is the leader of this group. We have two main characters in this story. We have Kelser and we have Vin. These characters are great characters in my opinion. I really enjoyed both of them. And we'll start with Kelser though, because I honestly love Kelser. He is a great character. He is egotistical, charismatic, he is extremely funny, but he's just a cool character in my opinion. Being able to take on countless numbers of bad guys and just beat them up and be able to escape. A hero in the eyes of all the Ska'a. But he was once known as a thief. So he was a thief back in the day, and through his thieving, one day he was captured by the Lord Ruler himself, him and his wife, and they were sent to a place called the Pits of Hathsin. He worked to collect a stone called atium, or a metal called atium. This atium metal is very powerful for those people that have allomancy, because it allows them to be able to use unknown abilities or enhance their abilities that they have. This metal that they're mining, it is very tough, the environment, and eventually his wife dies, leading to Kelser to break internally, physically and mentally, gains powers from that. He gains powers making him a Mistborn, which allows him to also have allomancy and control metals, but he is a lot more powerful than normal people that have allomancy. Through this he escaped, and then now he has formed a group because he wants revenge on the Lord Ruler. He wants to kill him, but also he wants to see his people, the Ska'a, to be freed from this terrible reign that has been upon them for 1,000 years. And of course, he has to form the group. If you don't have a group in your fantasy novel, then what do you have? You have to have at least one cool character, another cool character, and then you have to have the group. It might involve a wizard, a funny guy, a dude that no one really likes. It has a bunch of people in this group. But of course, in this group, I'll explain the characters. So we have Doxon. Doxon has no powers, but he is a businessman. He is basically the businessman of this group. He makes all the plans. He is great with that. Of course, Kelser makes all the plans too. And then followed by that would be Breeze. Breeze is a soother. Soother makes him be able to have metal abilities or allomancy abilities to soothe people, to change their emotions. Followed by that would be Ham, or Hammond. He is known as a thug. Not in general as a thug, but he is a thug. But he has allomancy abilities to make him stronger than a normal man can be through this allomantic ability that he gains through the metals. Followed by that would be Clubs. Clubs is a smoker. Not meaning that he smokes. He is a smoker, meaning he takes away or he dulls the sensing of the allomantic abilities. And of course, lastly, is the next main character, Vin.
Of course, there's other main characters like Sazed, which is epic, but we'll just keep it short.
Now, Vin is a very shy girl. She has spent her life in the slums, in this place known as the thieving world. So she fits perfectly into this group, but of course, she is a girl, so it is hard for her in a thief's life, fighting strong over her time. She had her brother with her before, Reen, but eventually Reen betrayed her and left her all alone. So Vin was left all alone, and she was in a tough group, a group that did not treat her right. All her time she's known not to trust people, stick to herself, that she can only rely on herself. When she finds herself in this group, she wonders to herself, they're all friends, they love each other, they're always there to support each other. How can I be like this? I can't trust them. So now Vin has found herself in this group because, of course, she is special. She is the main character of this story. Kelser is the main character too, but Vin is the main character. She has these abilities which allows her to be a Mistborn. Mistborn is a little different from other people. It allows them to control the metals of this world. Her ability as a Mistborn is a lot different to a normal Allomancer. In the Allomancy world, there is two types. There is a Misting and there is a Mistborn. A Misting allows them to control one metal. This one metal gives them certain abilities. So if we go back to Breeze, Breeze is a soother. His ability allows him to soothe others, to change their emotion. Another one would be Ham. Ham has an ability, or from a metal he gains an ability to be strong, like a very strong person that can be like a bodyguard to others. Vin, though, she is a Mistborn. She can use this metal, this metal, this metal, this metal, this metal, this metal. And through that, she gains the abilities that the metal provides her. So she is, in fact, OP, but she is not OP. The only OP person is the Lord Ruler. He is OP. Of course, these abilities are not of the Ska'a. These abilities come from the nobles. The nobles have this ability, the metal abilities, but of course, the way that the Ska'a have gained it, like Vin and Kelser and others, is because one of their parents has to be a noble. Many of the nobles, they get with the slaves and they have a child. It's known to have to kill the person before that, but it has come sometimes that, of course, the person escapes and has a child, and this child is a half-bred, so they have powers. So right now I'm going to explain what is Allomancy, or what are these metals, and what powers do they gain from this. Of course, there is Allomancy in this book, and there's also Furochemistry. This is also another type of magic system in this book. This book is amazing how it has two different magic systems, and they're so unique in their own type of way. And I love it, honestly. But we're just going to focus on Allomancy, because that's the main power, or the main magic system. Of course, not everyone can take this metal. There's normal humans, and then there's Mistings and Mistborns. So those Mistings and Mistborns, they're the ones that can intake this metal and gain abilities from this. A normal human cannot do that. The metals are divided into different abilities, a push and a pull. This means that things can be pushed or pulled for another, for an object, or yourself. These abilities can be physical or they can be mentally. And I'm going to explain now what these metals are and what their abilities that they gain. So first off, we're going to discuss the physical metals. These physical metals are iron. Iron is first. It is a pull metal. It allows you to pull objects to you, or pull metals to you. Next is steel. Steel is a push metal. It allows you to push metals away from you. Following that is tin. Tin is a metal of enhancement. It enhances the senses. So that might be your sight, your hearing, your smell. Next is pewter, or pewter. Pewter is an ability to enhance your bodily physicality. So it allows you to enhance your strength, your endurance, your durability. Next is the mental abilities, the mental Allomancy metals. So first is zinc. Zinc is a pull one, so it pulls, and it is a pulling of the emotions. Pulls at someone's emotions. That could be to make them more angry, or to push their emotions like crazy. I mean, not push because it's pull, but yeah. Next is brass. Brass is a push emotion. It soothes them. So this is what Breeze has. It soothes their emotions, making them more calm and to understand what the problem is. So, for example, if you're in a tough situation, you might try to calm them. So that would be a soothing. That would be a brass. And now if you're in a thing where you want them to be angry and get them riled up, you would use zinc to pull their emotions, to make them get angry. The next two would be copper and bronze. So copper is a hiding of your ability. So this is important, to hide your ability or your allomantic powers to another person. So it would be good for the next one. You're contradicting a thing, which is brass. I mean, not brass, it is bronze. Bronze allows you to seek or see another person's ability if they're using it. So those two are contradicting. They are good for against one another. This one hides you from this one, and this one can see the other ones if they use it. So that's where a Mistborn comes in powerful. They can hide their abilities, at the same time they can see others' abilities. So these 8 metals I've explained, the mental and the physical, these are the main 8 metals of the series. But of course there's other metals. There's 16 metals in this whole series, but I'll explain a few that come up in the first book. So next would be gold. Gold is a strange metal. It allows you to see your past, or a past ghost of yourself. Electrum is the opposite, the contradicting of gold. This allows you to see a ghost of your future self, what's a possible outcome of yourself. It would be aluminium. Aluminium is a metal that allows to take away storage or the metals in someone's body. So for example, for Inquisitors, they use this in the book. They put the aluminium in the system of the person to take away their abilities. So when they capture a person in the book, they might make them take the aluminium so that their powers are disappeared, so they cannot escape the prison. Next is atium, which I explained before is a very powerful metal, and that is because it allows someone to see a little bit into the future. So we find this in the books. When Vin and Kelsa is in a battle or something, they take atium and they can see the people's moves before they make them. So if someone goes and hits a club, they can dodge that and quickly strike and stab them before they get hit. And in the future books we learn about more crazy, amazing metals. I just love this because it's just so different, it's so unique. To use metals, which of course there's so many metals in the world, to just make a magic system that these metals can give you different powers. It's just such a cool, unique and amazing magic system that I absolutely love in this book. Of course this is a fantasy book, but if you'd like other books, like other genres, this book has got you covered. It's got romance, warfare. If you like some nice warfare, well, of course it's got you. It's gonna pull you in with the amazing battles it has. The Inquisitors are so creepy and scary. They have these nails in their eyes and they got like crazy powers, but they're so cool. One of my favorite battles would have to be the time of the execution of some of the people in the book. No spoilers, I don't want to spoil it too much. But then while this execution is happening, Kelsa comes up with a plan and he's just sick of it. He's sick of all his people getting beaten up, the Scar getting beaten up constantly. So he just brings a whole army in and he just fights the Inquisitors and everything. He even gets to kill an Inquisitor, and Inquisitors are very hard to kill. They're very strong enemies in this book, which we find out as 3 of them fight Vin and Kelsa at one part in the book, and they absolutely get destroyed. Kelsa, he actually defeats one, and then there's finally the showdown that we've been waiting for ages. The Lord Ruler comes to face Kelsa. Something happens, but the ending of the book is amazing. In the end, the Lord Ruler wasn't invincible. He did have some weaknesses. Maybe it wasn't kryptonite, but he did have a weakness in the end, and Vin found out that weakness and was able to defeat him. So this is what happened in this book. No spoilers, but kind of a spoiler in the end. But I just absolutely love this book. It's been an amazing journey. I've enjoyed the characters, the concepts, the uniqueness of the magic system, the battles, the story. I was always on the edge of my seat. I just want to suggest this book to all of you out there that want to read a cool fantasy book. You may have read it already, and if you're not, I'll go ahead and read it. I really enjoyed making this video, and I hope you enjoyed it too. I'll see you in the next one. If you ever have a suggestion for a book to read, I'm always open for that. Goodbye.